The Fosters is a well-known show due to its ability to tackle many real-life and controversial issues and was able to keep audiences engaged through its diverse and unique characters throughout this family drama. The pilot is a great start to look at how this program is situated within television history within the post-network era as niche television. The pilot has a role in introducing characters, setting up the world of the show, and to keep the audience engaged. The pilot is also the first time we hear and see the theme song, which has the words, "It's not where you come from, it's where you belong."
It's not where you come from, it's where you belong. Nothing I would trade, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Which I feel as though sets up the tone of the show as it's juxtaposed with shots of what reminds the viewer of home, as explained by the creators.
And finally, this idea of like what evokes home. You know, what do we want the audience to feel like as they start their journey with the family every week? And it was what reminds you of home, what makes you feel like home.
So, The Fosters is a show that aired from 2013 to 2018 and was created by Peter Page and Bradley Bredwig, who were openly gay and wanted to create a show with characters who aren't represented as much and portray a non-traditional family. The characters include Steph and Lena, who are lesbian and have an interracial relationship, Jesus and Mariana, who are the Hispanic twins that were adopted at a young age, Callie, who was initially a troubled teen from juvie who dealt with a lot of abuse at previous foster homes. Then there's Jude, who is Callie's biological younger brother who questions his sexuality throughout the show. And then Brandon, who is Steph's biological son and is the oldest of all of them. This show is placed within the post-network era where niche television lies, where there are now hundreds of channels and options to choose from, therefore allowing shows to have a more specific target audience. The target audience here is mostly teenagers because of the ability to connect to the teenagers on the screen, but adults have a lot to learn from it too, as Steph and Lena's relationship shows the ups and downs of a healthy relationship, not just the positive aspects.
Okay, so I've been thinking, and I know how mad I would have been if you would have made such a huge decision without consulting me. I'm sorry.
It's fine. All right, I'm okay.
As Lena once said, DNA doesn't make a family, love does. During its time on air, it was placed on ABC Family, which eventually became known to be Freeform, and now it lies on the streaming platform Netflix. With the high rise of streaming platforms within the last decade, people are able to watch shows more conveniently at their own pace whenever they want to. If you watch a show during its run, you would have to wait every week for an episode and between hiatuses, but since 2018, when it became readily available on Netflix, it has been given the chance to be watched or even rewatched as many times as one wants to. The show definitely stands out for how it is able to bring in current issues and topics within our society and bring them to the episodes through social, cultural, and political aspects. For example, the show revolves around foster kids and often tackles the issues with the foster care system and being put into abusive homes without any control.
I just want to talk to you just for a minute.
No, hey, don't touch her. Okay.
Police! Hey, get down on your knees now! Get down on your knees now!
Put the gun down. Put the gun down.
With niche television, there is an important aspect to increase diversity, which the show doesn't shy away from, as people are often easily impressionable to what they view on the screen and can affect their attitudes about race and gender, which the show does in a positive and respectful light. It seems as though these years have been the perfect time to embrace diversity as we look at our culture, who seem to be a slightly more accepting society compared to previous decades. Timing was also key when it came to the political aspects, as the last season arrived when Trump became president, therefore changing the political conditions of the time, which became very evident on screen. Within the last season, they dealt a lot with the transgender rights through the character Aaron, as well as the issues with the immigration and ICE system, both topics Trump had been going over at this time, like the ban he placed on transgender people to join the military.
Go! Get inside! Let everyone know if you're undocumented, it's not safe! If you're undocumented, they're going to target you!
Hey, stop!
What?
Cooperator, you're gonna make it worse.
I didn't do anything wrong.
The season might have looked different if Trump hadn't become president, so it is important to look at the show in its context to our current society and how they reflect on it. I feel as though all these examples help situate the Fosters within this post-network era and how it stood out because of how different it is than every other program on air right now or from the past. No, it's not the first show to tackle controversial issues, but it is the first show to have this multicultural family with biological and adopted kids, among other firsts. I think the biggest factor is representation and how powerful it was for the creators to represent the foster kids honestly and respectfully and in a way that hadn't been done yet. At the end of the day, we still have a long way to go in becoming a fully accepting society of everyone, regardless of aspects such as sexual orientation, becoming a multicultural family, and gender identity. Yet, the Fosters teaches us how to embrace those who are different from one another.
It's not